far-reaching consequences of the opioid epidemic are well known. You've heard the statistics, particularly in rural California, like the 30th Assembly District. A large number of opioids prescribed is an issue that requires our attention, and that's why you see so many of us here today, all taking a little different aspect, because they're now in California, millions of households have opioids at their disposal or in their medicine cabinets. About 15% of Californians have an active opioid prescription. This wide prevalence of prescribed opioids in medicine cabinets makes these medicines easily accessible to young children and teens, leading to an increase in accidental ingestions and early onset of abuse. The number of accidental poisonings of toddlers has tripled since 1997. Additionally, recent data shows that 90% of all teens who abused pharmaceutical drugs originally obtained the drugs from their home or a friend's medicine cabinet. Every day, an average of 3,000 children ages 12 to 17 abuse a prescription painkiller for the first time. The availability of these prescription medications to children at home is dangerous and is due in large part to the lack of safe storage practices. The CDC has reported that fewer than 3% of households nationwide lock up their prescription medications. And, you know, I've heard stories about people that drop in on open houses and go through the medicine cabinets because they're likely to find something there that appeals to them or that they can use. And I've also heard of teens having pill parties where they pilfer pills from their parents' medicine cabinets, throw them in a jar, and then take them as an entertainment factor. These are all dangerous habits and practices, and they put us all at risk. As you've heard, it's not just the person that becomes addicted, but those that may be hurt because of that addiction, whether it's their own family or other citizens out on the streets. So parents simply are just not educated about the dangers of having unsecured opioids in their homes, medications that are necessary for both acute and chronic conditions. There's no question about it. My bill, AB 2859, addresses this child safety issue by requiring that community pharmacies carry safe storage products that keep the medications locked and secured at home. Increasing the availability of safe storage options will educate parents who are prescribed opioids about better storage practices, about how important it is for them to be able to lock up their medications and safeguard the children from accidental ingestion or curious experimentation. AB 2859 is a small but important preventative measure to better educate parents and protect children during this complex public health crisis. Thank you, and I look forward to working with all of my colleagues as we try to figure out how can we keep our families safe, how can we protect our families, and in particular our young children and teens who are really not mature enough to make good decisions for themselves and may see these pills as a way to have fun, and that's really dangerous. These devices will make it very difficult for that to happen in the future.